The Androscoggin River Valley, the people, the places, the events, the history, all that makes up the vibrant story of the towns of the Androscoggin River Valley from Lewiston, Auburn through Mexico, Rumford, and Bethel to New Hampshire.
Welcome to the new year and the January 2016 edition of Today River Valley. Today River Valley is the video news feature magazine for the towns of the Androscoggin Valley in Maine. My name is Phil Blampede. I'm the producer of Today River Valley and your host.
In this edition of Today River Valley, we'll meet a talented musical duo from Rumford who perform under the unlikely name of Unorganized Hancock, and whose quirky style is almost as amazing as the fact that the drummer is only 12 years old. Then we'll hear about how the varsity soccer team from Telstar High School in Bethel fielded one of the only integrated boy-girl varsity teams in Maine, and whether that worked out for them. Finally, we'll visit the world of the lost and found in Maine and learn how the biggest lost and found department of them all could be the state itself. We'll be right back after a few messages from local businesses.
The thing about Pat's Pizza is that it's informal, but the food is really good. It's not just pizza. They make their own dough there, they make their own lasagna there, and it's a very comfortable place. You go in and it's a rustic post and beam interior. Portions are incredibly generous. Staff is friendly. You know, I like trying the microbrews. They have a selection of microbrews at the bar. They have a 6-page menu. It's you have to think a while before you make a choice. They have gluten-free specialties, including gluten-free carrot cake. They've been there for nearly 2 decades, and I think there's a reason why. It's a very pleasant place to find some really good food in a comfortable environment.
Pat's Pizza, it's not just pizza. Visit us soon on Route 2 in Bethel. Call ahead for takeout at 824-3637 and like us on Facebook.
Get old-fashioned service from an old-fashioned store. Get your winter workwear from Louie's Clothing and Shoe Store at 250 Center Street in Auburn, in business for 69 years. With Carhartt work clothes up to size 4X and Red Wing work boots up to size 17, you'll be ready for work in any weather. Carhartt double knee jeans, regularly $59.99, now only $39.99 each if you buy 2.
So come on in. Let us open new doors for you. After all, we are the people-pleasing agency serving all your real estate needs.
It's time to try Thai at Thai Smile 2 in Mexico, Maine, under new management. Your hosts Ned and Dee Dee invite you to try the world of authentic Thai cuisine, featuring their famous crispy chicken and tasty sushi. When it comes to heat, Thai Smile lets you choose your spice level from 1 to 5. Every meal is made from scratch with fresh ingredients. There's a full bar with 24 beers on tap. If you've never tried the taste of authentic Thai cuisine, now's the time to try Thai, located in the Old Mexico Chicken Coop at 41 Main Street in Mexico.
You're watching Today River Valley, the community news video program for the towns of the upper Androscoggin River Valley in the mountains of western Maine.
Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and as she passes, each one she passes goes, ah.
You are watching a remarkably quirky, funny, and talented musical duo currently attracting tens of thousands of viewers on YouTube. You might think that they're from New York or Hollywood, backed by some major producer or big studio, but you'd be wrong. You're looking at Unorganized Hancock, an act which consists only of two brothers, and those brothers live in and work in Rumford, Maine.
More than the greatest love the world has known, this is the love I give to you alone. More than the simple words.
You're looking at Miles and Garrett Sullivan. Miles, the singer, is 20. Garrett, the drummer, even though he's as cool as if he were born 100 years ago at the height of the jazz era, is only 12. The duo were homeschooled, and as part of their education, they not only learned how to play instruments at a professional level, they also developed a remarkable stage presence and the ability to shoot and produce videos that many adult independent filmmakers would envy. Now, they're in Rumford, generating these great videos and playing a few local gigs. But the question is, with all this talent, where do they go from here?
My name is Miles, and this is my little brother Garrett, and we are Unorganized Hancock. I sing and play guitar, and he plays the drums. Now, we've been doing this since he was about 8 years old. I used to be in a lot of bands with my friends, and what would happen when you're trying to get 4 teenagers together is that half the band wouldn't show up. So whenever there wasn't a drummer or there wasn't a bassist or no one showed up, I would play with my little brother, and after a while I just sort of decided, why would I play with anyone else when I have him?
Okay, to be honest, it was pretty hard for me at the beginning.
What happened at first is that I had him come in and I taught him a pretty basic sort of drum beat that's just sort of something that he'd be able to go along with when he was young. And then when we started learning songs together, what happened is that we started introducing new and different drum beats, and he was always able to do it, and he was always able to do it very steadily, which is a big surprise for drummers. I'm used to working with people who try and put a drum solo in the middle of everything, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but we needed something a little bit more steady. So it kept progressing to the point where we sort of started introducing jazz drum beats and more sophisticated fills, and he was always able to pick it up almost right away. At the other bands in our area and other bands who are our age, we noticed that they all want to play alternative music, which is really kind of dreary. So we wanted to be the alternative to alternative bands. And we found that 1965 forever should be the motto for our music. Now, what does that mean? That means that we only play music that sounds like it belongs in 1965, whether it's 2 years ago or 70 years ago. We make it sound like 1965, so it's really happy, really jangly, really just, we turn everything into a Beatles song, essentially.
And even I didn't know that.
Okay, Garrett, ready? We make most of our money through people, well, through playing live shows and also through people donating. That's how we were able to build up our equipment and make new videos. Also, that pretty much pays for our ability to go out and perform at shows, because we don't really have gas money.
So there are these talented brothers from Rumford with an act that combines a bit of the 1950s rock artist Buddy Holly with a bit of the 1960s comedian Peter Sellers with a bit of jazz and pop and rock. What's next? Well, they won a contest to provide the minor league hockey team in Lewiston, Maine with its theme song. They have some original songs being mastered by a professional recording studio, but is that all? Maybe not. And someday you may be able to tell people you saw them first on Today River Valley. Like a riot, oh, not easily up and dead, hard to let it go, from the mess to the masses, Let's look at Turner, Maine, a town with a country feel, located just north of Lewiston, Auburn. Nestled in the foothills, Turner has homes, businesses, and many active family farms in a scenic setting with over a dozen rivers, lakes, and ponds. Centered on busy Route 4 is a vibrant business community with numerous stores and services. Let's take a look at some of them.
Right here in Turner is New England's largest dealer of snowmobile, ATV, cargo, and equipment trailers at Scott's Recreation. Come inside our showroom for everything you need to get out on the trail this winter, and there's no money down financing for qualified applicants.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We're ready for winter. Are you?
Scott's Recreation, open Monday through Saturday.
Eddie's Discount Furniture and Mattresses on Route 4 in Turner. You have got to see this place. 3 large showrooms packed with great deals. Our no-frills showroom means better prices for you. Check out our full line of quality used appliances, open 7 days a week. Looking for an inexpensive but reliable used car? Shop Duval Auto Sales on Route 4 in Turner. Just check out these great reviews on Google.
Hi, this is Darren. I'm the owner of Duval Auto Sales. We've been selling quality used cars to the hard-working people of Central Maine for 20 years.
Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
We'll be back with more businesses from Turner later on in the program.
You wouldn't visit Washington, D.C. without seeing the White House, or New York without seeing the Statue of Liberty, so don't go by Mexico, Maine without visiting Dick's Restaurant on Route 2, the landmark of home-style dining with breakfast all day, dinner-sized lunch specials, and their famous fish chowder. Look for buffet dining on holidays and special occasions. Washing machines are offering more and more features each year. Well, you may not find anything quite like this yet at Larson's Electric Service in Mexico, but you'll find the latest in everything from washing machines to refrigerators to stoves. With Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag brands, Larson's offers free delivery and setup of your new appliance plus removal of your old appliance. Over 50 years experience, Larson's, 13 Main Street, Mexico, Maine. The Harmon Stove Company has been in the forefront of pellet stove design and technology for over 30 years, providing easy-to-use and easy-to-clean pellet stoves, which can save you 30 to 50% on heating costs compared to oil or gas systems. At Northern Lights Hearth and Sports on Route 2, you'll find a selection of Harmon products from pellet stoves to fireplace inserts to pellet central heating systems to wood stoves. Harmon, built to a standard, not a price. Visit our showroom soon, Northern Lights Hearth and Sports, 639 Wilton Road, Farmington.
Thai Smile on historic Narrow Gauge Square in Farmington has become known for its delicious Thai and Korean food and sushi. With a full bar featuring 30 beers on draft, eat in our bright and designer-lit dining room or order takeout. Get half off on an order of pork dumplings with any full dinner order. Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Thai Smile.
You're watching Today River Valley, the video news magazine for the towns of the upper Androscoggin Valley in the mountains of western Maine.
The following story is sponsored by Stony Brook Recreation and Stony Brook Variety. For over 30 years, Stony Brook Recreation has been the year-round family camping experience right on Route 2 in Hanover, Maine, and it now features a full-service convenience store open 7 days a week.
And by A-Plus Home Inspection for residential or commercial transactions. Call Jim Windover at 207-357-8290, providing peace of mind with the purchase of your new property.
This may look like a typical high school soccer game from a distance, but look a little closer and you might see some differences. Look closely enough, in fact, and you'll see why the Telstar High School varsity soccer team this year was different from nearly every other varsity sports team in Maine. It was a team with both boys and girls playing together in varsity competition against all-male teams from other schools. This didn't develop out of some concern for equal rights for girls. Instead, putting girls on the boys' varsity team was just a practical decision. There were simply too few players to field a girls' team or even a junior varsity. The only place to put those students who did want to play was on the varsity itself. And so they did.
Playing against some big guys, yeah, definitely. When they come at me with the ball, I get nervous sometimes, definitely. But I definitely still go forth and try to get at them.
We started the season off with a girls team and a boys team. The girls' numbers were very low, and They tried to get more players to come out for the team and play, so they had enough players, but they couldn't get the numbers up. So about, I don't know, shortly before our regular season started, within days of our regular season starting, the girls' team was forced to cancel their schedule because of not enough numbers, not enough players to be there. And so the girls at that time were given the option to join my boys' team. And we ended up having 4 of them stick around for the season. My name is John Elliott. I'm the high school soccer coach here at Telstar High School.
It's a little more rough. It's definitely different than playing with girls. Girls tend to not play as hard against you. It's different for every boys team though. They either play really hard against you or they play easy because they don't want to hurt you. But it's definitely fun, and getting used to everyone's speed, it's definitely a lot different than girls.
They do lack in the strength or the speed of a normal senior, junior male. But other than that, their skills are very developed, and we've all played really well together.
Given the fact that they came onto the team 2 or 3 days before we started our first game, I didn't have much time to work with them prior to the season starting. I didn't know a lot about them, so we got them into the system as quickly as we could, and they started playing. Now, out of the 4, I would say, Ashley Savage clearly demonstrated that she earned a position on the starting team. The other 3 girls, it was a struggle to get them in the game a lot because, it is a boys' varsity schedule, and it's too bad these girls are expecting to play on the girls' schedule, and now they're on our team. The level of play is different. It is a harder schedule. It's a tougher game.
One of the defining principles of the equal rights movement has been that segregation isn't a good idea, that separate is inherently unequal. But idealistic principles have trouble holding up when it comes to the inevitable physical differences between men and women, and there are those in Bethel who question whether putting girls on a boys' team was the best choice. Among them is the coach himself, John Elliott.
I don't believe it's a good thing that they are joined together. I'm an avid supporter of having a girls' soccer program. I want to see the girls' soccer program be successful and come back. I do a lot of help with youth soccer. There's a lot of girls coming up through, including my own daughter. I believe that they should have the opportunity to have a girls' soccer program. Now, they need the numbers, and if the numbers aren't there, then they need the opportunity to play. And the problem with our system right now is we have one team. We had a boys' varsity schedule, and that was it. If we aren't going to have a girls' soccer program because there's not enough girls to fill a squad, then I need a JV program to help develop some of these kids. Not just for the girls, but for the guys too, that can't make the varsity team.
Would you prefer to have a girls' varsity team if there were one?
Yeah, probably, because it's definitely a little bit easier, but in a sense, no, I wouldn't rather, because playing against a boys' team, it definitely pushes my limits and makes me a better soccer player.
I was going to ask you that. Do you think you've gotten better this year?
I've definitely gotten better. A lot of the boys on this team have really good skills, and they've taught me throughout the season their skills, and so I've definitely used those in the games to get better. And then increasing my speed has definitely helped me too throughout the season.
So the Telstar soccer team in Bethel, reluctantly or not, inadvertently or not, became a pioneer this year in fielding a mixed team of boys and girls on a varsity level. And the results of the experiment weren't as bad as some might have expected.
Our goal at the beginning of the season was to improve enough to make the playoffs. We did improve, but we missed the playoffs by 1 point. We had finished with a record of 4 wins, 9 losses, and 1 tie. And we're just on the edge of making into the playoffs. It was a great season.
Hey, we ready? Yeah! Ready? Yeah! Who are we? Rebels! Who? Rebels! What are we gonna do? Play nice, right! What? Play nice, right! Only way we do it is together. On 3, 1, 2, 3! Together! Let's go!
Miss Mina is a newly opened women's boutique on Main Street in Bethel, specializing in the sort of select apparel, accessories, and gifts uniquely designed to add sparkle and style to your look. Come see for yourself by stopping into Miss Mina on your next trip to Bethel. Open 7 days. Don't drag your wash all over the place. If you're in western Maine, you have two great places to get your clothes clean. The M&K Laundromat on Route 2 in Mexico, right next to Far East Restaurant, and the Quick Clean Laundromat in Bethel at the corner of Railroad Street and Main Street, just a few steps away from Bethel Village. The M&K is new, clean, and bright, equipped with everything from inexpensive single-load machines to large-load machines to do your whole wash at once. There are plenty of dryers, so there's no waiting when your wash is done. There's a restroom for your comfort and convenience. Both our Mexico and Bethel locations have a complete security system with video cameras to ensure our laundromats are safe for you and all the items in your laundry. If you don't want to do the wash yourself, consider our drop-off service. Enjoy our Wi-Fi as you do your wash. Mexico is open from 5 a.m. for your convenience. Bethel is open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Let's look at a few more of the businesses from Turner, Maine. Try a no-obligation test drive of a brand new sewing machine at Cody Brothers, Maine's leading supplier of home and industrial sewing machines at 293 Auburn Road in Turner, where basic machines start at only $99. Check out our embroidery machines. Put an elaborate design, even Disney characters on clothing. Cody Brothers can also tune up or repair your existing machines. Stop by. Open Monday through Friday. Bessie Insurance has been a family-owned and operated agency since 1939, offering home, auto, and small business insurance from more than a dozen major companies. Conveniently located right across from Hannaford, we look forward to consulting with you about your insurance needs. Give us a call today at 207-225-2334.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son. We thoroughly service every Subaru we sell and specialize in Subaru auto repair to ensure that the car you drive is 100% safe and reliable.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son.
1026 Route 4, Turner.
Hi River Valley! Now you can shop for all your small office needs and gifts under one roof. Ink Plaza is now a big department in Vartashes at 94 Congress Street. Remember, we offer high-speed color copying. We can print from 1 to 10,000 pages. Any print job we can handle. Your small business or organization will save money by using us to print. Come see our new store location at Vartashes, still owned by me, Sherry.
Ink Plaza, now located at 94 Congress Street in Bartashes in Rumford, Maine. Find us at inkplazamaine.com, call 369-5200, and like us on Facebook. The following segment is sponsored by A-Plus Home Inspection for residential or commercial transactions. Call Jim Windover at 207-357-8290, providing peace of mind with the purchase of your new property.
We own a lot of stuff in this country, and over time, a lot of that stuff goes missing.
A couple of cell phones, a iced coffee cup, some binders, and a backpack.
Checking accounts, certificates of deposit, overpayments, gift certificates, paid up life insurance policies.
This past Halloween, we did end up with this nice mask here.
As a result of our tendency to lose things, many if not most public facilities have a lost and found department. This is true of everything from restaurants to hotels to schools like Mountain Valley High School in Rumford and ski areas like Sunday River in Newry. But the biggest of all the lost and found departments in Maine can be found in the state government itself.
My name is Terry Hayes, and I currently serve as the treasurer for the state of Maine. At the beginning of the new fiscal year, July 1 of this year, we had $211 million in unclaimed property, and we've taken in more than $10 million since then, so we have over $220 million of Mainers money. We have an unclaimed property program. Basically, we're the lost and found. Financial assets that belong to Mainers that are in the hands of businesses, any kind of businesses. If they have money that does not belong to them, but belongs to a Mainer, and they have been unsuccessful at returning that money to the Mainer, there's a statute that says that that money must eventually, if it's unclaimed, be turned over to the state and to the state treasurer. And then my staff and I are responsible for trying to identify, locate the rightful owner and return the money to them. Go to our website, which is maine.gov/UP search or up search. And when you get to that site, you plug in your name and you see if there's a match. And depending upon, you put your name in, it'll search. There may be more than one individual in the database with the same name. So then we'll look at other information that would be provided, and you can find whether or not there's any property listed under your name. And we give limited information on the web about the actual properties because we want to make sure that we're dealing with the rightful owner before we give all the financial details.
So if you find your name, what do you do next?
You file a claim right online.
And how long does it take to get the money if you file a claim?
Like most, it depends. The time it takes us to process, we have to do it within 90 days. We've never gone beyond that 90-day limit, but it also has a volume. I have 4 staff people dedicated to unclaimed property here in the office. And sometimes we had a real success problem this past February, and we had a backlog of over 13,000 claims at one time. And that's a lot for a staff of 4 to process. But we still stay inside that 90-day window, if you will. If there's a solid Social Security match, an address match, it'll be done by the software that we use relatively quickly, and it might be within a week. We returned over $15 million basically in FY15, and the bulk of that came in the last 6 months, January to May.
In addition to abandoned bank accounts and other financial assets, the State Treasurer's Office also receives and holds the contents of abandoned safe deposit boxes, actual objects rather than just numbers on a balance sheet.
So when a bank has a safe deposit box that is no longer been paid for, after a period of time they drill the box and they will inventory what's in the safe deposit box, seal it up until it's time to be sent to the Treasurer's Office for unclaimed property.
What is that time?
3 years of dormancy from the last payment of the safe deposit box. Jeff Chakowskis, Senior Staff Accountant.
Then there are the lost items that never get found at all. A lot of them wind up going to charity.
My name is Natalie Dunn. I'm the Ticket and Guest Services Manager here at Sunday River. Any hats, mittens, gloves, snow pants, jackets, anything like that. Last year we had a student from Gould Academy, which is one of the private schools here in Bethel. They were doing their senior program, working with the program. They would come and take any of our wearables, wash them and distribute them throughout the homeless communities throughout Maine.
Matt Gilbert, principal of Mountain Valley High School here in Rumford, Maine. In past years, what we've done is we've brought them to different charities around the community. In recent years, we've actually opened a clothing closet here at Mountain Valley High School that was developed by one of our teachers, Raquel Welch. She had the idea that we have a lot of kids right now that have the need for clothing. It really began with the outerwear needs of kids during the wintertime and has grown from there. And so what we'll do now with our Lost and Found, we'll bring it down to the Family Consumer Science room. And they'll wash the clothes there. Then our students in our Freshman Academy will fold and sort all of the clothing to be handed out when students need something.
But the state doesn't have that option. It is required by law to hold unclaimed property indefinitely, and with the difficulty of finding some owners, that could wind up being forever.
Yes, in that our obligation to return this money to the rightful owner exists in perpetuity. There's no statute of limitations. But there are items that we've acquired that just don't have enough identifying information with them that I would probably never be able to confidently give it to one individual and know that that was the rightful owner.
Gatches on Rumford Avenue in Rumford, featuring great food, good drink, and live music, including the rockabilly sound of Ragged Jack every month. Catch it at Gatches. That's it for the January 2016 edition of Today River Valley. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to get in touch with us, write Today River Valley, P.O. Box 159, Roxbury, Maine 04275, or email contact@todayrivervalley.com, or leave a comment on our Facebook page. Be sure to watch our new companion program, Talking Points, coming up at this time slot next week. This is Phil Blampe, the producer of Today River Valley, hoping you keep warm and dry. See you next time.